Welcome again to the marble spot. So this is where we've been just tossing all the trash. Here is a look at the hole. We had so that big pocket down there, there was a decaying log in there and it just kind of collapsed in, and we've been digging a lot out of here lately, but I just got my first find today, just out of the pile in front there. It's a complete compact. Nothing inside of it, sadly, but it's a cool find. A good way to start the day. Let's see if we get something else. So I've got my first sifter find for today. This is a big and round thing, actually. Oh, it's a button. There's the two holes on it. That is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. It doesn't look like it's wiping all too well, and I'll loop you back in. So here it is all cleaned up. That is a massive button. That's probably the biggest one I've ever dug from this spot. It's got a ton of fancy on it too. And here's the back of it. Not so much on that. Looks like this is probably the face, but that is a really cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So here's just a look at where I'm kind of just keeping the intact stuff that I pull up. I'm not taking home the majority of the bottles because it just takes up too much space, but here's a couple really interesting ones here. I've got a duck head, or maybe a goose head. Not sure what that's off of. And then this here, a headless porcelain doll. So this is a little bit creepy. It is Halloween today, so it's a little bit fitting. But that's just what we're finding out here. So let's see if we get something else. Well, so far it's been a little bit cold, but I just pulled up a button. Still no marbles yet, but I will take a button all day, any day. And this one feels like it's probably going to be a porcelain one. So that's got a little bit of age to it, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it is finally about that time. Looks like I've finally got my first marble of the day. It's a glass one. And it looks like it's just a plain green one. Or maybe there is a little bit of design on there. I'm going to clean this up a little bit better and see if I can get some detail. Well, here it is with all the dirt pulled off of it. And it looks like it's just a solid green game marble. But that's a cool find, though. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So that is definitely not something you see every day in this spot. That looks to be some sort of pin. And I can already tell it says CCC on it. Oh, there goes the pin falling off. But that is okay, though. Whatever this is, it's a really cool find. So not sure what the CCC stands for, but I'll take it either way. Let's see if we get something else. So I didn't even really move the sifter around at all since I found that CCC thing. And I just pulled up this, and I think is that a button? Oh yeah, that is a shank on the back. So that's definitely going to be a little mother of pearl button, but that's a cool find. No design on it, but I'll still take it. Let's see if we get something else. I should not have turned the camera off because literally right next to the button, there is this little buckle here. Not entirely sure what this is off of, but whatever it is very interesting. Probably off of like a wristwatch or something. But that was a pretty productive sifter full. I'll show you everything I ended up pulling out of that. I got the CCC pin, the button, and this little buckle now. So hopefully this sifter full keeps reducing. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up my first spoon of the day. I have not dug a spoon out of this spot in a hot second, but it's got a lot of fancy on it. It looks like it's got a good patina and it's not super crusty and should clean up pretty nice. There is a back mark down at the bottom. See if we can get that to show. Madison silver plate, it looks like. That's a cool find. And then in the same thing, or sifter, I also found this. I'm going to take a wild guess, probably a copper washer, but if CLR reveals otherwise, I will let you know in the wrap-up, but I'll take the spoon. Let's see if we get something else.
Okay.
What you got there, Terry?
It's called a portal bell, right?
That's a big bell.
Damn.
Any dingler in there?
Nothing.
Too bad. That's cool, though.
Pretty neat.
But if I get a close-up, I think that's got the fancy on that.
Yeah, it does at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Give that a pants rub and see if maybe I get that show through a little better. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Congratulations on that one. Is that a bucket lister for you?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. Well, I think it's my turn now. Let's see if we get something else. So Terry just flipped this up to me. It is a marble, and that is a stoneware marble, probably a banded agate, if I had to take a guess. It's got a nice chunk out of it, but that's still a super cool find. And Terry says it is a bucket lister. So congrats on that one. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up a coin here. It is just a wheat penny, but it is our first coin of the day. 41D is going to be the date on that one, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So we got a couple cool finds that just got scooped out. I'm sitting a little bit precariously, so sorry for the shaking, but I just got my first brown Bennington. So now I've gotten a Bennington trifecta from the side. I've gotten a blue, a fancy, and now the brown one. But that's gonna clean up super nice. But now we're gonna show you something that you would not normally expect to find in a dump. This thing right here, if I flip that over, that has got the name A.J. Hatcher and the dates of 1847 to 1923. So this is a gravestone. So, and definitely not what you'd expect to find in a dump. So this is actually the second gravestone we found, according to Terry.
Yeah, we got that one.
So,
Vanderman?
oh yeah, we did. Because you found that one and it was all,
You found it.
oh yeah, the blank copper piece that you cleaned up. But yeah, so this gravestone here, hopefully we'll be able to find the family of the person who this belonged to. But it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So Terry's got another cool find here. It's a little bit beat up, but that is definitely a flower brooch of some kind. But this is gonna look real good if it's cleaned up in like CLR, electrolysis or something. A nice job on that one. And then I've got something over here as well. I'll have to dig it from my little container here. Yeah, that little blue stone right there, that probably came out of some sort of brooch as well. Just pulled that a little bit ago, but we're getting old stuff. Let's see if we get something else. So I just plucked up a button here. This is a post office delivery button. So these date back, I believe, to like the 20s or 30s. So that's a really cool find though. It's a little bit crusty, but CLR will do the trick. But in the patch that goes, let's see if we get something else. So as I was putting away that post office button, Terry just flipped this one up to me. It's a little blue plastic or porcelain one, but that's a nice find. Let's see if we get something else. So this is probably not the safest place to be right now, but down there is another marble as I hit my head on some chicken wire. It's just a black opaque. Still a good find though. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I went to go grab something to drink. When I got back, Terry had these to drop on me. He's got a blue alley swirl with a really cool look to it, and then just a plain old white game marble, but they're cool finds. Let's see if we get something else. So Terry's just flipping stuff out of the hole at this point, and I've got this thing here that he just flipped up to me. It's got something with a Star of David in it. It's brass. Not sure what it came off of, but it's a cool find. And then he also flipped out a really fancy looking East Lake style doorknob. So this will probably clean up pretty good with the CLR, but good stuff's coming up. Let's see if we get something else. So Terry just flipped out another marble here. This one appears to be a yellow or orange Peltier rainbow, whatever you want to call that shade, but it's a good find. We'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from my hunt at the bottle dump with Terry. So here, I want to start off by saying congrats to him on all of his awesome finds, but here is my take from the hunt. I got a spoon that actually did not come out nearly as crusty as some of the other ones from this spot. It's got a little bit of fancy on it. And then I also got a makeup compact that was actually completely encrusted when I pulled it out, but CLR was able to bring out some of the detail through the crust. I also got my first ever monocle, which was an interesting one. I got this big fancy lead bit, not entirely sure what it came off of, but it's got a glass flower set into it, which looks really pretty. I got a salt shaker lid. This thing, again, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's got a really fancy pattern to it. It's like a glass or a plastic something set into brass. And then I got 3 buttons. I got a massive 2-hole here, and then I got a little 4-hole and a mother of pearl shank button. And then onto some of the other smaller finds. I got this little silver wash buckle, which again was pretty encrusted, but CLR just really made this thing shine. I got this little glass bit here, which I'm not entirely sure what it came out of. I'd assume probably a piece of jewelry, completely flat on the back there. I also got this CCC pin. I'm not entirely sure what the CCC stands for, but it was cool to see a pin come out. And again, the CLR really brought out the gold gilt on this one. And then onto the marbles, I got 3.5. I got this chunk here of a yellow Peltier rainbow. I got 2 opaques, a black and a green, and then my first brown Bennington, which is probably my favorite marble out of the ones I got. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.